Welcome to Chris and Walt's Top 10 show, where we count down the top 10 covers to something. I'm Walt.
And I'm Chris.
And Chris, what is on tap today?
Well, today we're going to be covering the top 10 Copper Age Captain America covers.
The top 10 Copper Age Captain America covers. It's almost like poem.
Well, you know what? This one is a little tough slugging.
Tough slugging. Yeah, okay, well, hey, you know what? You and I are soldiers. We're going to fight through it.
We will. We'll get through it.
Speaking of fighting through it.
Yeah.
Let's remind everybody that this video and all these videos, this top 10 series, is brought to you by Ice Collectibles. Please visit icecollectibles.com. It is Canada's best place to sell your collectibles. You can just click on that link below and find out all the details.
All right, here we go. Number 10.
Okay.
We have, speaking of slugging, we have Captain America number 354 by Dwyer.
Oh, I know this cover very well. You know what the problem? It's not a problem. The problem with this cover is the jet blackness of it.
So hard to get in high grade.
So hard to get at a 9.8. And I think for value-wise, for this era of caps, 9.8 is kind of the currency in the marketplace.
Yeah,
like 9.6s are getting, $22.
Yeah,
it's not even worth grading.
Yeah.
You need 9.8s, and 9.8s to this are a premium relative to the ones beside it. It's because, and again, we're talking a lot about values in this series, but this is a comic where you'll experience scarcity of grade versus scarcity of supply.
Right.
The supply will be okay on this book, but in high grade,
absolutely
starts disappearing.
Yeah. And you know what? I've always loved when they play around with the logo a little bit.
Yep.
And I love how he's punching the logo. It's almost like he's punching Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
I love this cover. I think it's a great cover.
Yeah, fantastic cover.
All right. Number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Number 315 by Paul Neary. Now this is, at first you think it's kind of a bit of a weird cover, but man, it's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. Like you got a weird, Cottonmouth and Diamondback in the background, and then you got Captain America in chains.
What's going on here?
It's a strange cover.
And again, like the one before you, jet black background.
Yeah,
jet black, just impossible in high grade.
Yeah,
but a great composition. I like this. It's a gateway cover for sure, Chris. It's like, hey, well, what the hell's going on here?
Exactly.
Let's find out.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
This is a strong cover. I like this cover.
Thank you. Yeah. Number 359 again by Dwyer. I just liked the composition of this cover.
I'm still trying to drink this thing in. Hold on here.
It's the Wheel of Death.
Is that what that is?
That's what it says.
I thought it was some sort of church thing.
Well, but it's so well drawn that you would think that.
Right.
So we've got the Wheel of Death.
What's that called? Stained glass.
It's got
that stained glass look.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. You've got Captain America, but then you've got all these villains in it as well. Baron Zemo, Batroc, Diamondback. It just goes on and on. And yet you've got just Cap here wondering what's going on.
So those are all spears coming at them.
Yeah.
So my critique of this cover is it may be too busy to the point where I'm having a hard time deciphering the moment in time. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Visually, it's very stunning and almost overwhelming.
Yeah.
But to my critique of it, a bit confusing.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's still a great cover.
Yeah. And again, with you, those jet black backgrounds.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Number 7. Here we go. Number 303 again by Paul Neary. Now here's a cover that it's almost comical because there's lots of dialogue which you don't see. You see some dialogue in those Bronze Age and Copper Age covers, but you don't really see a whole lot in nothing. There's not always. It's usually just action. But I like this because in this Copper Age comic, there is some dialogue going on.
Yeah. Again, I got a critique of this comic. The perspective. He's not jumping at Captain America. He's ahead of him. He's jumping past him.
A little bit.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a perspective and angle critique there. But what I do like about you, Chris, is you've left your jet black confines and headed over into greener pastures, if you know what I'm saying.
Greener pastures.
Greener pastures.
Okay, number 6.
Number
364 by Dwyer again.
Yeah.
This is a great cover. We have Crossbones in the background, well, not really background, but in beating up on Captain America, and I just think it's a great cover.
Mhm. It's almost like the same scene from the issue before, like
Right.
in some sort of junkyard kind of area of town. This reminds me of WWF wrestling.
It really does, doesn't
You
it?
know what I
Yeah,
mean? He's got his humidor mask on.
that's right.
What do you call those things?
Luchador,
Luchador, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Humidor mask.
Humidor mask. Yeah, yeah, it's a fun cover. It's a great cover.
Yeah,
I got all kinds of questions though, Chris. What the hell's a bear trap doing in the middle of a barren, unhidden field? And how is Captain America so stupid to step in it?
you know what? It doesn't matter.
You got to open it up and find out.
You got to open it up to figure it out. Number 5.
Number 5. Oh yeah, there we go.
370 by Ron Lim.
Mhm.
Now this harkens back to those, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Those DC Gothic horror kind of covers,
Right.
where you've got the strange being in the background,
Yeah.
the house on the haunted hill,
Yeah.
then the characters and the moors in the foreground. This has all of that, but it's a Captain America comic.
Your mouth is moving and I'm hearing words come out, but I'm looking at this cover and all I'm thinking is, man, Chris and I got to do a top 10 heroes asses cover.
I think we should. I think we
Yeah.
should.
You
Yeah.
know?
As in Avengers Endgame says, that's America's ass.
Right. Hey, I love Red Skull on the cover of Cap, and that's the way it should be.
All right. Number 4, number 367 by Kieron Dwyer.
Hmm.
Now, this is a strange cover because Captain America is not even on the cover. We
Right.
have Magneto, and he's stomping on the head of Red Skull. I just think it's a great dichotomy as far as what you would expect to get from Captain America and what you're actually getting.
Now, Chris,
Yes,
you said that, and again, you were talking, and I was thinking.
and you weren't listening at all.
No, but I was listening enough to think, and we do a top 10 Marvel where the principal hero isn't on the cover.
Yeah,
Like, how rare are these covers? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Like think about Amazing Spider-Man 1 to 300.
Right.
Is Spider-Man not on one of them? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. No.
Right. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's very
saying?
strange. Yeah, I agree.
So how rare are Captain America, Thor, Iron Man,
Wolverine.
Hulk, Wolverine, X-Men, Avengers? How rare are covers without the hero on them?
Yeah, it's a
Just for that alone, I love this
Yeah,
cover,
great
you
question.
know?
Yeah, that's why I thought this was a very strange, but
Yeah,
at the same time amazing cover.
it's a fantastic cover.
All right, number 3, number 374 by Ron Lim. You know what? I love the fact that we've got Captain America and Bullseye. Captain America is, of course, in peril. Bullseye's got his trademark size, and you know what? It's almost like a yin and yang cover because you got the blues. They're both wearing blue. They're both sort of. I don't know. I just love it.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic like dynamic to the cover for sure. And I don't know, like where I'm like I thought Cap can beat the crap out of this guy,
Sure,
right?
sure.
So this is where I'm going, and he looks very, very vulnerable and prone right now, and that's not right.
How's Cap going to get out of this
How's
one?
Cap going to get out of this one? Hey, and where did Bullseye get that Elektra thing?
I don't know.
You know what I'm
I don't know.
saying?
Yeah,
And why is Cap's shield over there behind him?
all great questions.
You have to open the book to
You
find
got
out.
to open it up to find
But you
out.
know what? Again, we've discussed this before, and remember, we're talking about driving value in comics. Whenever you get a comic that 70% of the area of that comic is hogged by your two principals,
Yeah,
your hero and your protagonist, or an antagonist and protagonist, then that makes for very striking visuals and very high demand.
couldn't agree with you more.
There you go.
Number 2,
Number 2.
number 321 by Mike Zeck.
Mike, the mighty, mighty Mike Zack.
It really doesn't get much better than this. This is a fantastic cover. The jet black covers, the lighting, the inking, the action in it. It's hard to get. I don't
The
know what to tell you.
Punisher acting like Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What I like about it too is, again, you're going back to those jet black covers, which I love. But I love his use of light and
Yeah,
his use of the overpowering light at the front, making the blue fade almost into white.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like he's scaled that light coming from back, his very, very dark shoulders to like a normal blue, but into the middle of his chest to a very pale because that's where the strobe light is hitting
right.
or whatever that source is coming from, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic work. I like this cover a lot.
This to me, this is a very undervalued cover.
Yeah,
I would think
it's a
that
great
this,
cover.
in high grade,
Well,
eventually
we just talked about it before, and this is an example where your hero is taking up 70% of the area
easy.
on the
Yeah,
cover,
yeah,
right? So
love it. And finally, number one, again by Mike Zack, number 332. The pathos, the imagery of this particular cover is just fantastic.
absolutely legendary cover, super, super high grade. Obviously, a very
Yeah,
Americana with the flag, Americana with the hero,
yeah,
Americana with Abe Lincoln
yeah.
in the on the set, the whatever it is set. Um, yeah, it is.
You know, the flags, the red stripes going down into the blood. The Abe Lincoln in the corner.
Yeah,
It's almost like I expect to see Abe Lincoln comics.
I
You
know, eh?
know,
Now, this is a cover, Chris, that I remember that this time when this thing came out. This is a cover that for the first few years, it slowly separated itself
right?
from the rest of the covers. It took time.
Yeah,
It wasn't this kind of standout that, 331 didn't sell and 333 didn't sell and 332 sold off the shelves.
oh yeah,
It wasn't one of those things. It was one of those kind of um, groundswell awarenesses that this is a special cover, 100 issues later
right,
type
right,
of thing.
right.
And
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
it's, and to the point now where, this is a tough cover to
Oh,
find
absolutely.
and you're
Yeah,
paying for it when you find it.
yeah, yeah. Great cover.
Super worthy of number one. Good
Yeah.
choice on this one.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
All right, Chris. Hey, listen, guys, if you're enjoying this type of content, please go down and click that like button and click that subscribe button and click that notification bell. And it helps the algorithm, it helps our videos. So we would appreciate it. All right, let's review the day, Chris.
All right, perfect.
Hey, did you do Captain America's today or not?
We did a couple Captain Americas today.
Right. We did
Uh,
nine actually. And
you-
then one, it was just like a Magneto
well,
and Red Skull on.
Magneto and Red Skull comics. That's what
Right.
I'd
Yeah.
buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some fantastic covers by Paul Neary, Kieran Dwyer, Mike Zeck. All fantastic covers. A lot of repeats, but that's the way it goes
Yep.
as far as artists are
Now,
concerned.
because you're a Cap fan,
Yeah,
you did basically 300 to 400 kind of range. You got to come back in a few months and do the 200 to 300,
yeah,
and then you got to come back near the end of the year and do the 100 to 200.
absolutely, for sure. Yeah, we'll
Because
do that.
Cap covers are great. He's such a visually rewarding hero with
Yeah,
the shield and with just the color scheme and the costume, and he's just a great hero. Yeah, this was fun. I like this,
all right.
and yeah, that number one is a standout number one. Like the number two is a great book,
Yeah,
but that number one is by a stretch, I think, the
such an
winner.
iconic cover.
Yeah,
Right.
fantastic. All right, good. Hey, listen, reminding everybody that these videos are brought to us by Ice Collectibles. Please visit icecollectibles.com. It is Canada's best place to sell your collectibles. We have provided a link below.
And please go out and have yourself a wonderful day.